Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome. As you've heard, my name is Mensa Ankma'a, and I'm the proud principal of William Hall Academy. We are a pre-K through 8th grade school with 550 students. We are a Title I school, and over 75% of our students are on free and reduced lunch. Last year, we made all of our academic annual measurable objectives, and we're on track to exceed last year's progress this year. One thing that we do here at William Hall Academy to ensure that our students are focused on achieving the county's goal of being college and career ready when students graduate from high school is our school chant. So I'd like to have all the students stand, please. Who are we? Bulldogs. What do we do? Persevere. What does that mean? We always What day is it? A work day. What do we do? Work hard and get smart. Kindergarten class, who are you? 7th grade class, who are you?
Class of 2023, sir.
Yay! Great job, students, great job. I started my formal teaching career as a Teach for America Corps member in Washington, D.C. in 1998. I taught middle school social studies for 5 years before becoming a principal and assistant principal in D.C. public schools for 5 additional years. I've worked for Teach for America as a Corps member advisor and school director at the summer institutes in Houston, Texas, and New York City, as well as working on the alumni and public affairs teams of the DC Teach for America team. More recently, I was a principal in Holmes County, Mississippi from 2010 to 2012 at a pre-K through 8th grade school. Throughout all of my years as a principal, I've been blessed to have Teach for America Corps members as part of my teaching staff. This, my second year at William Hall Academy, we have 3 outstanding Teach for America Corps members, Ms. Rachel Gallimore. Ms. Gallimore is a second-year teacher, and she teaches 6th, 7th, and 8th grade Spanish, as well as directing our talented and gifted program school-wide. Mr. Ryan Urquidi. Mr. Urquidi teaches 6th, 7th, and 8th grade reading, English language arts, and social studies. And Mr. Matthew Robinson. Who's in his first year. Mr. Robinson teaches 6th, 7th, and 8th grade science. Being a part of Teach for America is more than a 2-year commitment in the classroom. It is a lifestyle, a movement, a definitive decision to commit to the improvement of the educational system as the greatest lever for social change. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Carolyn Boston, Vice Chair of the Board of Education.
Good morning. I want to first thank the Peterson Foundation for this opportunity they have bestowed upon this county, and not only just this county, but here at William Hall. I am the proud board representative for District 6, which William Hall falls underneath, and I'm very excited about this opportunity of having more Teach for America teachers here at our school. So once again, thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Kevin Maxwell, Chief Executive Officer of Prince George's County Public Schools.
So good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
That is so awesome. This is my 3rd school visit of the day, and I just have to tell you, that never gets old. It's fantastic. So there are a couple other board members here as well. I'd like to introduce them as I begin my brief remarks. Amber Waller and Sonia Williams are here from the board as well, and we appreciate them all being here. I do have some prepared remarks, but I think that I will do my best just to sort of remember what it was I wanted to hit. This is really for you, the students here at William Hall and students across this county. We have struggled a little bit to fill every single position in the Prince George's County Public School System each year. And we need to make sure we fix that. So this generous contribution by the Peterson Foundation, and I thank them very much. I know there are a number of representatives of the foundation here. We thank you so much for helping us do the work that is so important. The key to success for any district rests in its schools. We can't be all that we should be and all that we can be unless we're doing right in our public school systems across this country. And so, for your benefit to have these great teachers available to you, that's what this generous gift is about. That's what this opportunity is about. And it was so impressive to see you stand and talk about working hard, because I know the other people that are here today work very, very hard too. So we have about 100 Teach for America teachers right now in our school district in about 39 schools. And I believe that since we've started working with Teach for America, we've had about 300 or so Teach for America teachers. And as your outstanding principal, and I was here visiting the school a couple weeks, and he is very impressive when you walk around and talk with him. His knowledge and his caring and compassion for you and for your benefit is just, impressive. He is a great example, and like him, it's not just, a 1 or 2 year commitment. We need to be committed to our schools for a lifetime, and whether that means, extending the 2-year commitment to, 5 or 10 or 20 or 30, that'd be fantastic for those of you in Teach for America in the room and the folks that are also in your cohort, or whether it's leaving Teach for America but going out and advocating for public schools in whatever chosen field you have. Either way, it's a win-win for public education. Great partnerships through organizations and businesses and foundations are the key to our success as well. We absolutely know we can't do this work and be as successful as we should be without these kind of partnerships. And again, I'm very thankful for that. And speaking of partnerships, it is my pleasure to recognize that another partner, our county council members are here with us as well today. Our chairman, Mel Franklin, is speaking next. And I will tell you, he is so dedicated that in addition to all of the other things that he does, he's been with me 3 or 4 times just in the last 5 days. He's been with me a couple of times in Annapolis. He's here this morning. He is an awesome champion for Prince George's County and for the Prince George's County Public School Systems. And I know he's going to introduce his partner, Ms. Tolles, as well. But I'll let him do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you. Let's give another round of applause to Dr. Maxwell. Thank you, sir. He's helping us build some great foundations for the future in the county school system. I'm here because this is just another wonderful day in the county. I could not be more thrilled and thankful to the Peterson family, to the Peterson Foundation for all that you do for Prince George's County and all that you're doing today and will continue to do. I stand here not only as the chair of the county council, I stand here as a dad. I have a first grader who's in public school right now in Marlton Elementary School, and the father of a 2-year-old little girl who will be a public school student in a few years. So this matters to me personally. You are truly impacting all of us on a personal level today. We know that a great teacher in the classroom is invaluable. You can't do high achievement without it. And so we're thrilled, the county council is thrilled to just be a part of this day. Dr. Maxwell hit the nail on the head. This is about partnership. Partnership with the school system, with Dr. Maxwell, the Board of Education, partnership with the business community. Government can't do this thing alone when it comes to raising academic achievement. So great things like today and the contribution today are things that get us that next step forward towards a world-class education for every single child in Prince George's County. So I am so happy to be here, thrilled. Want to thank Principal Maha and the teachers of William Hall for all your work. My mom taught for the public schools for over 40 years. So I know that what you do every day is very difficult. And I know it's very rewarding, and I know today, days like today make that even greater. So thank you, everyone. Thank you again to the Peterson family. Just to bring it home even further, I got my colleague here, Councilmember Karen Tolles. This is her district, and she is a fierce advocate not only for the students in District 7, where we are now, but for the students across this county. I want to give Karen an opportunity to come and show her gratitude as well.
another big round of applause for my chairman on the county council, Mr. Mel Franklin, who is, you know, you can't do anything by yourself. Lord knows I tried the first 3 years, but I tried to get a single vote bill through by myself, but it did not work thanks to the laws that we have in place. But I can tell you, he is a great partner, and most importantly, he's a great partner when it comes to communities like District 7. Anything that I advocate for within District 7, I know I have a sure friend and a vote. And so I thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your partnership on the county council. Thank you. Now you all, Dr. Maxwell, I promised him that I will recognize someone he served with in the school system, Senator Benson, and this is her district, so I want to recognize Senator Benson. So he made sure I did that because we are in District 24. You're welcome, Senator. I also want to really thank Milt Peterson and the Peterson family for their philanthropy. Where's my friend Milt Peterson? Where are you? You hiding? You still hiding from me? Okay. Well, you can't hide because today is a great day. Can you all give them a big round of applause for their philanthropy and the great work? I also want to thank Principal Maha. Where are you, Principal? Wave your hand. This is my friend. We've been over here talking, discussing, doing great work with the children over here at William Hall. They have a great music team over here. If you heard them sing, they're fantastic. You do great work with young boys and young girls. So I want to thank you on behalf of all the residents of District 7 for your dedication to our children in the school system. Thank you. And so with that, again, the philanthropy that we received over here, it's not, I love for this money to go to District 7, but again, it's not, we gotta share, okay? So, and it's all about, I'm joking, but I'm serious. It's about moving Prince George's County forward. It's about how do we have partnerships, how do we work collectively to help schools like this one, to help schools like this one in this community, but also to help schools all throughout Prince George's County, from District 1 all the way down to District 9. And I know that some folks were not happy with some of the things that we did to change the school system around last year in the school board, but I can tell you today's announcement is testament that we are moving in the right direction about building partnerships, about making sure that we have the class of 2023. I was just like, I'm gonna be old. 2030, our babies back there. So again, thank you, Milt Peterson, for your philanthropy and your partnership. With this, we know our kids in the back gonna make it to 2030. So thank you. And with that, I want to take this time for you all to give another big round of applause for Milt Peterson and the great work that he is doing in education. Thank you.
You know, this was a very easy decision for me. I like teachers. I married one. We in business look at, when we take our capital, what are we invested in? And what we really say is, what is the return? What is the return when you go to Wall Street? You look at, what are you going to return on your investment? Well, it's the same way in philanthropy. When you are making a decision, say at a foundation, what are we going to invest in? What do you really say? You say, how much good is this investment going to do for those who need it? And Teach for America is very high on that because the return is evident. It's evident right here. When you look at the importance of education, it's knowledge. And teaching is, we have all of this vast knowledge. And we have this brain, the students, the people that we have. How do you use it? You use it by education. You bring it in and then you use it for the rest of your life and you don't lose it. And getting that child, that student, to have the attitude where he or she wants to be receiving that knowledge, that education, that's key. And the key to that is a word called attitude. Does this teacher have the attitude of he or she wants to take that day and how much can I motivate these students? And I make teachers very analogous to coaches. When you have a good coach, you have a certain level of athletes, male or female, some coaches take them to here. That same coach is down here. And that's the same thing. It's absolutely analogous to teachers. What am I doing with these minds? What am I doing with their futures? I was fortunate in high school to meet up. I was sort of a wise guy and came in, and my second day in high school, this guy named Marty O'Malley, he took me after the class, and he took me in, and he went after me, and he kept on me for that next. He then turned out to be my basketball coach. When I went on to college, I didn't play basketball, I played football, but I had such a relationship with him as a mentor. And that's what teachers are, as mentors. They're not just teachers, they're mentors, they're friends, they're leaders. Marty O'Malley would come drive 150 miles to go to my football game. I then kept in touch with him. At 88, he died. He was my friend. I wanted to please him because he taught me to want to have that attitude. So when you look at teachers and you look at their success, you look at the attitude that they have, and it's transformed into this young man. Is your attitude you want to learn? Or is your attitude you're just waiting to get out of here? Okay? So we appreciate very much the opportunity that Teach for America has given us to be a part of their program. Thank you.
Just very briefly, I neglected to recognize former Councilmember Jim Eastep, who is here. He represented District 9, and I'm following his footsteps. I wanted to recognize him as well. Thank you, Jim, for being here.
So I have to start by saying, you guys, 7th graders and kindergartners in the back, all the adults standing around the room are so impressed with how patient you guys have been and what a great audience you've been. So you know what, adults, let's give them a quick round of applause. You are almost done. I am your second to last speaker today. And one of the things you learn, and I'm, by the way, Catherine Bradley. I am the board chair for Teach for America in the whole DC region, so DC and Prince George's County. And one of the things you learn across life is that when really good things happen, it's great to step forward and really express the gratitude you feel. And so Teach for America has 2 big buckets of thanks to say today. And the first is to the people here in Prince George's County who are doing the work of creating great schools for you guys every day. You're going to see County Executive Rushern Baker in a moment, but there are other people here too that we just want to recognize and thank. I hope I get the name right. Is it Carolyn Johnston? Johnston? Where is she? Boston? Okay, heard that one for the first time this morning. Dr. Maxwell, CEO of Prince George's County Public Schools. The mayor of Capitol Heights, Keto James, is here. Thank you. The chairman of the county council, you've heard from already, Mel Franklin, Councilwoman Karen Tolles, and State Senator Joanne Benson. All of them are hard at work every day to make these schools great. And of course, no one deserves more thanks than your wonderful principal, Mensa Ma. Mensa. So the second big bucket of thanks before I introduce Rushern Baker is to the Peterson family. And I have been the board chair at Teach for America in the DC region for 7 years. And for all those 7 years, we've really only had one wonderful person stepping forward, being the advocate for Prince George's. And many of you know her. She couldn't be here today, Artis Hampshire Cohen. Yes. Oh, yeah. And for 7 years, not a single person, supporter, funder ever stepped forward to say, I want to invest in this work in Prince George's County Public Schools? And that all changed today with this gift from the Peterson family. Every single one of us who does this work in schools knows that it takes an army. It takes parents and educators and stewards for education of every kind all coming together. And Mr. Peterson and Lauren, where are you? There you are, sitting down. Today marks kind of your official induction into the team and family doing this work. Thank you, we are so grateful. And now it's my privilege to introduce your last speaker today, everyone, Rushern Baker.
Thank you. Well, I feel so small. How's everyone doing this morning? Great. Good. You look excited out there, are you? Oh, look at the kids. First of all, since I'm cleanup, that's for me to be short then. I certainly want to start off by thanking the Peterson family, Milt, and everyone in the family for this generous donation to Teach for America. Can we give them another round of applause? I am so glad to have our council chair, Mel Franklin, here, and Karen Tolles. Can we give them a round of applause for the work they're doing? And Dr. Maxwell brought the entire board, it looks like, at least a voting block, and thank you. Can we give them a round of applause? I think the principal is here. Where's the principal? Right there. Very good. Yes, I've been here before. Good job. Can we give him a round of applause for all the work he's doing? And finally, let me just say this. I'm so glad to see my good friend Jim Estep here. Because seeing Jim here reminds me of what I talked about some 2 years ago when I gave the State of the County address. And normally when you give the State of the County address, you talk about economic development. And I talked about making education our business, if you remember that, Jim. And I asked the business community to get involved in an intimate way with our school system. Not just to adopt the school, but to help promote education and change lives. Certainly, the Roundtable does that. And today, the Peterson Company is doing that by giving this generous donation to Teach for America, where they're not only giving a check, they're giving our young people, like we see today, an opportunity to grow. They're giving the opportunity to have somebody stand in front of our students, 25 students, 30 students, all over, who would then multiply that effect. So what they've done today and what Teach for America has done is to give us generation of education in Prince George's County. That is why the business community is here, because they understand Prince George's County is never going to be everything it should be unless our education system is the best, not just in the state, but the best in the nation and the world. And today, with this and with the help of Teach for America and the Peterson family, we're going to do that. So thank you. It's a great day in Prince George's County, as I always like to say. So thank you very much.
So in closing, there's just actually two things I'd like to do before we close the program. First, I'm the proud principal, as I mentioned before, of 550 students here at William Hall Academy. 3 of our students very recently have been accepted into the Academy of Health Sciences. So if those 3 8th grade students, can you please stand? 4 of our students are going to be going to the Academy of Health Sciences. So very proud of all the work that they have done, and I'm sure that they're going to do even more powerful work as they enter high school next year. Great job, students. Lastly, I want to acknowledge my supervisor, Dr. Lassiter, who has just done a magnificent job of assisting William Hall Academy and all the schools that she works with. And my very last thanks, all the staff members of William Hall Academy and Prince George's County Public Schools. If you have not been acknowledged, can you please stand, please? Mr. Gilchrist, Ms. Sampson, Ms. Cobb, Ms. West Taylor, Ms. Bailey, I see you, Ms. Baker, Ms. Karen Johnson. Am I blanking out? Ms. MacArthur, I'm blanking out. I'm sorry. Ms. Stamper, Mr. Dubois, all the students working the audio-visual program here at William Hall Academy. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you do. Ms. Wood in the back, that's her kindergarten class in the back. Oh yeah. And Bob Gaskins and Debbie Sullivan, Dr. Green. Absolutely. But thank you all for all the magnificent work that you do, and this formally closes our program. Thank you all so much.